Hey everybody, RidleyFox here. Welcome back to Valheim. We're lost in a hard world, playing no map on hard difficulty. And today we are going to be doing some building. Decided to take a break from the Mistlands and get this project done that I've been wanting to get done. And as you can see, I am in the Black Forest. This is where I live. And when I first came here, I kind of moved into this little fort here, and I had a bed in here, and I had my workbench in here, and my forge up here on the second floor, and some storage here and on the third floor. But now that we're in the Mistlands, I'm going to be getting a couple more crafting stations soon, and I'm not going to have the room for it. So what I want to do is expand this out. So we're just adding on to the fort that we're using. And I'm hoping to be able to put the workbench right here, black forge over there, the galder table there, and the forge right here. And I'm going to have a little entrance right here with the dark wood gates. We'll walk in here. We'll have some stairs going up to the second floor right here. And then there'll be an archway that takes us into our crafting stations. And there'll be some semi-dividers to separate each little one. And we should have room for the upgrades too. And then I'm also going to put an archway here. And on this bottom floor, I plan on using for storage. So I'm going to take these stairs out and these walls. Put storage all along this wall. And we can access it pretty easily. So it's going to be really nice. I'm really looking forward to getting this done. Now, right now, this section up here doesn't look that great because I only had wood when I moved in here. And I'm kind of using this as a trophy wall for a few things. I may bring it all the way down to the bottom and use it for trophies, or just leave it like this. I don't know. I haven't decided on that, but that would be in the future. And I use this for cooking my meats here, my serpent meat, and this is my portal that I use for ore. So let's get started. I've already leveled out the ground, and I'm pretty sure this is big enough. And I did all the mining. I have 6 chests full of ore, but we're not going to use all that. We'll probably use about 3. So let me go ahead. I'm going to start by putting in the floor. And what I want to do is I'm going to use these little 1x1 stone walls. I'm just going to go along with the level that we already have. Let my wolf move. Okay, and I'm going to outline the whole building with these. And if you look in here, this one has 3 pavers. So I'm going to kind of follow that for the crafting area. I'll have 3 pavers, 3 of the floor tiles, and then I'll have a single 1x1 to separate it. But for the entrance area, I'm just going to do 2 floor tiles like this. And then I'll have this as a divider, and it'll go all the way across. I'll just let you see this piece. And we'll put the floors in. Can't wait to get this done. It's going to be nice. I'm getting a little tired of having to go upstairs all the time just to do a repair. I can just run in here pretty quickly, repair all my stuff. So this is going to be the entrance. We'll come in this way. We'll have stairs going up and then an archway here. And we'll come this way. And this is going to be... Oop, went too far. This is going to be 3 wide. Let me get some more stone. And we'll carry this outline. And then we'll also put this here to kind of divide up the little section. So right now, we'll have semi-divider here, just a small divider here and here. And this will have an archway. We'll have the fours here, another little divider with an archway and a divider. And then the workstation will be here. And we should be able to get all our upgrades in here. And if not, I can always move those up to the second floor. And on the end here, I'm going to put a window. And I think that's going to be a nice spot for it. Beautiful day, isn't it? It's real pretty today. I love this view. Already out of stone. Goes quick. Okay, so I did put all these torches out here because it gets really dark here during the day. We don't get a whole lot of sun until the middle of the day, which is the one thing I don't like about living here. All right, let me go repair my hammer. All right, let's finish this little border out. And it's a pretty simple, straightforward build. I like to have functional builds. I'm not a real fancy builder when I do my stuff. Should be pretty straightforward for anybody who's new to Valheim who wants something for all their stuff. It's not too difficult. And then you can add embellishments as you want. You know, I'll probably do some stuff after I get it built. I'll probably be doing some stuff offline. I always tend to do that. Make little tweaks. Alright, so we've got our floor in. Now let me start and I'll show you what the dividers are going to be like. It's going to go 4 up. And let me go ahead and put part of the wall in. I'll just show you this piece and then I'll go ahead and add it in for all the little spots and we'll be able to see what it's going to look like. I'm just doing the basic technique of alternating my pieces for structure stability on the wall. And so what I would do here, I'm going to put that there. And then I'll probably put a torch in there. And it's going to look like this. Any kind of lighting will be good there. So let me go ahead and I'll finish out the rest of the wall. And then we'll do the window after I get that done. And I'll put the little division pieces in here. And then I'll bring you back then. Alright, so I finished the walls for the most part. And I got my little dividers in. So let's go ahead and put in the archways and the window. I think it's going to look really good. So I'm putting the archway on the 4th stone up. And we're also going to have one right here where the entrance is. And let me go ahead and put the doors in here. I think I need some of that. And some of that. Not sure how much. Let's see here. This is the Darkwood Gate, and it uses iron, wood, and tar. And some more iron. I don't think that's... Let me fix that. There we go. That looks good. And let me go ahead and put in the stairs right here. And I can just put another torch there too. Just to kind of make it look a little better. Give us a little more light here. And let me get some more of that iron. We're going to go ahead and put in the window. And I usually just put the wall up and then I take out where I want the window. And it's not going to be anything too fancy. Let's see here. I'm going to take that out. Let's put an arch here to see how it looks. That looks nice. Isn't that a nice view? I'm going to kind of ruin it a little bit. Because I'm going to put these in here. Just to kind of prevent bats and things like that coming in here. So I'm using the cage wall 2x2 and the 1x1. I want to dress that up just a little bit. Let's get the tar. And I think I need some wood. I don't want to be carrying too much. Let's see, I need a little bit more of that. I'm closing that because the wolves will come in here and they'll get in the way while I'm doing this. So I want to make sure I'm keeping that closed. Alright, so I'm going to use this dark wood beam right here just as an accent. I mean, I could just put it like that. That is not quite lined up like I want. I think I'll just... I don't know that I want it out like that. I'll just put it there. It kind of gives it a little bit of accent there. I think this is actually needs to go in. I want it to kind of be lined up with that one. Yeah, I think that looks better. So that's a nice little accent window. Pretty cool. And so we'll have the black porch here and the Galder table here. the forge, and the workbench. So let me start working on the ceiling. I think I'll need some ladders. Just so I can get up there. And then once we get that done, I'll go ahead and move my workstations in here that I have. Can't wait to get this done. Hopefully, I think the tricky part's going to be the stairway and trying to be able to go in here. And I'm going to have to enclose the stairway too, because I don't want to be in the rain all the time. And we're going to be putting the ceiling here. Hopefully I'm not coming up too high. Okay, so I just finished the little outline for the ceiling all the way around. So let me get back up there. And we'll start putting... Well, I can probably do it from here. We'll start putting in the ceiling. Well, I do need to put a line across the top also. Let me get up there and do that. And I'm just doing the one stone across just to kind of keep it looking a bit like the floor right here. And I don't need to worry about what's on top of it really, because nothing gets in here really, and this is just the ceiling. Alright, so we're just gonna use these floor pieces. I may end up covering this in at some point, but not for this build right now. Alright, I'm gonna finish the ceiling real quick. Alright, so we have the main ceiling done in here. It's looking pretty good, don't you think? I like it. Let me put that one there. I'm gonna have to take this out, and it's got the forge upgrades on it, so let me take those out. I'm gonna go ahead. Let me go ahead and move my and the forge down here and all their upgrades, and after that we'll continue doing this part of the ceiling, and we'll do the stairway, and we'll open this up also. Okay everybody, it's morning, and I did finish getting all my stuff in here. So I've got the upgrades, the forges here, and I've got the workbench here. So now what I want to do is open up this archway here, and then we're going to start on the stairs. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this done. I want it to be lined up with this one. Hopefully everything won't fall. Let me get some stone. Now this ivy is here because I planted it outside the original fort, and I took out the bottom piece, but it still stays on the existing fort where it was. So it's kind of cool took out a little bit, but I'm going to leave the rest. It makes a nice little accent. I think it looks really good like that. This is going to be the same kind of divider that I had over here. Let's see here. We're going to leave that there. Let me take that one out. Don't fall, don't fall. Don't want everything to fall. Alright, so we got that in there. Now I can put my torches in there in a little bit. I don't know if I should take that out. I'm going to leave it there for now. And let me put these in here. So this is going to be a nice little archway. Uh-oh. Why did that fall? Alright, let me fix it. Hopefully everything's not going to fall. Not sure what happened there. I don't know why that fell. Okay. That looks good. And we lost some of that ivy. It did come off of there. Let me go ahead and just put a couple supports in here just in case. I don't want this to fall if I start pulling everything out of here. And I'm going to leave this stair for now. Just leave that for now. Let me close up this hole. How's the floor in here? Yep, everything looks good. And let me get the torches. I'm going to put them in here, and we're going to close this up too. And let me fill in that little hole there. I'm going to take this out. And I'll just fill it in. There we go. It's really coming along. He's checking it out. That's Sam. I have a bunch of wolves out here. So this is going to be a little bit wonky. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to try and get a stair in here. And then once we get the stair in, we'll build an enclosure for it at the top, so it's not raining in here. This is going to come out a little bit into this area, but it's not too far. I'm not sure how big this is going to need to be. Hopefully it will work out here. And let me put I don't know if I'm going to put one here or not. I might. We'll see. I might take that one out. Okay. I think that works pretty good. Now I'm probably going to have to do some work on here. Let me try and fix this a little better. And I'm not concerned. Oh, let me go repair my hammer. All right, so we're gonna, let's put some here. I'm not gonna make this an archway. I'm just gonna put a door here. I don't even need a door, actually. It just needs to be a walkway, really. There we go. And we'll take that out. Put some stairs right there. I don't think I really need this core wood right here. Let me see, I'm gonna take that off of there. It's a little cleaner that way. I don't know what it's doing down below, but I can always fix that later. So here, now we've got our entrance. We can come in and out of here of our storage area. And we can go upstairs. And I can always use this for something. Alright, so now let's see what we can do here. We're going to try and enclose this. And I'm also going to add a few windows in here, but I'll do that once we got it enclosed. And I'm not going to enclose, you know, the whole area. Well, I'm going to have a doorway here. So I need to leave that there. I want to be able to get out on the roof when I want. I always put a little sitting area there. Okay, so I finished the enclosure. I'm going to put the door right here so you can see what it looks like. Nothing too fancy right here. I think I'm going to put a window right here and one right there. And now it's raining. And this is why I wanted to go ahead and enclose this. Let me get the ceiling up so we're not getting rained on. There we go. I didn't make this a high ceiling. It doesn't really need to be since it's just a little stairwell. So let's go ahead and see if I can get a window in here. I mean, I probably could have gone a little bit higher. I think I'm going to leave it at this height for now. Let me see if I can get a window in here. Yeah, I probably should have gone a little higher, but we'll just do a small window. If I go higher, I can have a bigger window, but I don't really need it. I'll just leave it like that, I think. Let's see about doing a window here. Do that. Hopefully this won't fall. Oh, there we go. So we'll do a window here. Let me get the iron. And we'll enclose it. And I'll get some tar. Not sure how much iron I'm going to need. It might get too heavy carrying all that. Get a little bit of wood. Alright, so I want to go ahead and put in the iron cage walls in here too. And we're going to be using the 2x2 and the 1x1s, just like in the other one. And I'll use the 1x1s here. So I'm just pressing the shift key to get it to go in the middle like this. There we go. And now let me go ahead and do an accent on this window similar to what I did down there. And we're going to use the little dark wood beam. Let me do the top one first. Let me get up here so I can see what it's looking like. Yeah, I like that. I'm not going to do it on the sides, just on the top and the bottom. I don't think I want to do it on this one. I mean, I guess I could put it... I'll just do it on the top there, maybe. It kind of hides the view. So I don't know that I'm going to do that. I think I'll just leave this one open. And the other thing I wanted to do with this iron is kind of do an accent right here. I think this will look good right here. And we're just going to go all the way up. Oh, let me get some more iron. And I'm going to take it all the way up to the ceiling. So it kind of makes a nice little accent there. Let me go ahead and support that one there. So I think this is looking really nice so far. I'm very happy with how it's looking. And it won't be long before I have these filled up also. Let me go ahead and take out this stairway. And I'm going to go ahead and put some boxes in down here. And you'll see what that's going to look like. And then after that, we're going to do a few tweaks to the outside just to try and make it look a little better, not so flat. So I'm going to do the boxes, put all the storage in, some of it, and let you see it, and then we'll do the tweaks on the outside. All right, good morning, everybody. I did finish the storage area. Let me show it to you. And I can add more storage. I probably will add at least one more row, maybe two. I don't know if I can get two in here. I did add a little bit more support in here. And I could probably put one of my little armor sets in here and do some hangings in here. I think this will be nice. Now I did change this out to this dark wood. I'll put that there and that one there on the base. I don't think it's going to affect how I come up here. Yeah, that works fine. So let's do some work on the outside. Okay, so I'm going into the fourth box right now to do this. So what I want to do is just kind of build this out a little bit and put some archways down here. I'm not very worried about it supporting anything, so I'm just going to stack them up without alternating the stones. Let me use these here. Yeah. And I think we need to put some on top of there. Another row. Oh. There. And I'm going to do the same on this side here. They're very interested, the wolves. They want to know what we're doing. This is just going to give it a little depth on the outside. I can put some hanging braziers up here. Let me show you what it looks like so far. So that just gives it a little bit more depth. It's not so flat looking. It's not hard to do at all. I might bring this one out too a little bit just to give it some depth. This way it will blend in better with the other side. That looks a little off. Oh, that's strange. Let's just put it on auto. Well, I can't reach it right now. Let's see here. There, that went better that time. Let me put a small stone there, if I can. Get some more stone. I'm excited about this. I think it's going to look really nice. And we'll just bring this archway a little deeper here on this side. Let's see if we can finish this out. Yeah, that looks better, I think. So it all kind of ties in together. I could put one here, but I don't think I want to do that. Let me go ahead and bring this side out just a little bit. And I could go ahead and put archways there. I don't know how this is going to look here. Let's try it. Might look good. Yeah, I like that. I think we could probably put some little accents on top, but let's go ahead and put some braziers in here. This is going to look really nice. Can't carry all this while I'm doing that. And I can't remember, I think I need that. Let's see here. And some coal. There we go. This will provide lighting at nighttime. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I think that looks really good right there. Probably put some sconces on the walls over here. I don't know, I could probably put something in here. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I may bring this wall all the way down and then put more trophies up here. So another thing we can add up here. I might put like a little bench up here so I can look out at the water, which is nice. And we can put some of these out here sporadically. It's just to kind of give it some accents. This isn't really even, but let's see. Yeah, that's not really even right there. I don't know how well that's gonna look there. Put it right there. Looks a little better. I could put something up on top of the little stairwell entry. I would like to make that window a little bit bigger. It looks too small. I'd have to make it higher, I think, but I'm just going to leave that as it is right now. Probably put something up here as an accent. But yeah, that helped out a little bit. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. Now, if you guys have any suggestions on what to do to kind of make the outside look a little better, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. But I think it's turned out very well. Let's take another walk through here. I love how that looks. We got our double gates. And we got this real pretty stairwell that we can go up. Got some nice storage in here. I could even put some more here. I'm probably going to put some suits of armor there. And now we have all our workbenches in here. This is going to be great. I'm loving it. It's going to be so cool. And we still have storage up in the top. You know, I've got storage areas up there. I'm probably going to put all the stuff that I'm using a lot down below, and anything that I don't use very much, I'll put upstairs. Yeah. So I think this is going to work out great. And maybe it gave some of you new players some easy ideas. You know, I'm not doing anything complicated. You may not have the iron yet, but you can add that later, or, you know, I think that's the tar. You have to go to the plains for that, so that's what's used for these window accents. The dark wood, that's what's used for that, and the gates. So you may have to just use some normal wood, and then you can upgrade it later. So that would be an option. And there's all types of different lightings that you can use. So I think this turned out really well. I'm very happy with it. And so I think in the next episode, I'm probably going to be going back into the Mistlands. We're going to be looking for some infested mines so I can get some more black cores and make my black forge and the Galder table. So hopefully that won't take too long to get. Now I hope you enjoyed the episode. I really did. And I will see you next time. Later, later.